power. Some people just play the game. Alright, let's change this. Title Scrabble Thursdays with Josh Sokol. There we are. Hello, Dustin. Hello, all friends. Scrabble went live. Yay. Okay. All is sorted, it appears. Hello, Mitch. And welcome to the new and improved title of the website. Beta is over, so there's no little beta thing anymore. We're no longer beta. Are we alpha? Are we sigma? We're not beta. That's for sure. We're something better. So the website looks a bit different. I guess myself, everything around me looks a little bit different. And yeah, that's about it. All right, so you guys know the drill. I am Golden Master. There you go. You guys know the drill. Send me your challenges. Maybe I can warm up against the computer. But I always prefer to play flesh and bone. You know, the superior mechanism of Scrabble playing. Because as we know, the best Scrabble engines pale in comparison. I guess not pale, but they are bested by the best Scrabble brains. So that is something that is quite dear to me when I talk about the beauty of the game, the amazingness of our Scrabble community. Is that we're playing a game that has not been taken over by the robots. The robots still don't know how to beat us. They can beat us a lot. They can beat us all the time. But, well, I guess not all the time. But they can beat us in any one-on-one game. Man, my speech skills have like decreased over time. I feel like I'm becoming more and more of an aphasiac as time goes by. Yeah, game review. Game review, I'm sure, is something that they're looking at. Oh, there it is. Good. See, my bot works. Everything works. All right, let's play the computer. Let's play Grandmaster. And let's play 15 minutes. I'm not staying up 24 hours, Mitch. That was only once. That was one time. All right, Jowl. Look at this bad positioning. Terrible positioning. Whatever happens, that was bad positioning. Hey, no problem, Churro. All right, so Jiver. The R really improves the F, the E, and the P. But flip side is we're scoring one fewer point, and it's so much easier with Jive to hook a D, a Y, and R. Is there something else? Is there something else to do here? Jowlier. Yeah, if I save the R hook, I might get hit. I could also play Jefe. I could play Fop. What a fop. Fop is a very defensive play. So if the engine maximizes score, I'm going to play fop and see what the engine does. It's a weird play. But it really reduces options with so many racks. So we might see a play through the W. If they have a Y or an S, we might see Jowls, Jowly. Okay, so they had Jow, so that didn't work out so well. Honestly, I probably should have played Jive because Jowly and Jowls are already words. So only the R and the D of hooking onto Jive would have been a novelty that the computer was able to provide to the position. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I don't know about FOP. Seems like an interesting move. We did draw well, but I don't see a bingo through this L. That's the only thing that would exist. In clever. Oh, vernical. Wait, that's not how you spell that, is it? Oh, it is how you spell that. Okay. Congratulations. We found a word. I think vernacle is also a word. Hey, Surfink. Vernacle. Babyist. Oh my goodness. Hey, Arlong. Vernacle. Yeah, they're both good. And oh, it's the same thing as Veronica? All right, so we have this. Oh no, but this doubles the H. Okay. So we should play the word that doubles the H. But we have hurtling through the I or the N. Huh. Bergbrug. Is there something better than laughter? I don't think there's anything better than laughter, guys. What do you think? I think laughter is the epitome of civilization. But as you know, you can't spell slaughter without laughter. Unfortunately. Just gonna let that one fizzle, you know? Are we gonna bingo again? No Cyrenian, this two ends. Rainier. I mean, it would be really cool if, like, Slaughterhouse came down through this word. So Boney is the play. Game's pretty much tied. And we have a rack that sucks if I can't bingo. So I'm gonna try to bingo for the third time. Almost, oh, Raisinier. This would be a play, I think, in clabbers. Clabbers, you can make any word so long as that word has a valid anagram. Dustin, don't spoil any possible extensions of Boney. The computer might hear you. Or me, more like. Resinier. Raisiny doesn't compare? Doesn't compare to what? Chocolatey? Doesn't compare to strawberry? Cranberry? What does it not compare to? It's a pretty good flavor. Hey Lola. All right. So Resinier doesn't work. Rinier, Sinier. Peanutier is good, and so is like Ketchupier. Isn't Ketchupier good with and without a P or something? mustardier, lemonier. They're all good, so why wouldn't raisinier be good? I'm pretty sure ketchupier is good both ways. So maybe I do jowlier in this position. I don't see any good plays. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I could also just play off IR. Hmm. Laughter. Oh, maybe laughterier. Oh, no? Okay. What about slaughterier? We're close to slaughtering. So maybe, yeah, try to draw. Let's try to draw a G. Yeah. We drew a G! I mean, if this stays open. Oh man, if this stays open. It stayed open. How's it going, Cameron? How's it going, Dan? Well, okay, let's just do it. Because we're confident we can beat the computer. Alright, that's actually a pretty good draw, I think. Yeah, I hope the computer flags now. No, it doesn't care. Okay. Computer doesn't care that we just played a 12-letter word. What's the longest word I've ever seen played is a 14. Well, I guess I've seen a 15 played, but like a playback of the game. All right, so we have Kanat. I always reference that old weird video where the guy's teaching self-defense and he's just like, try to strike me, you can't. Try to get up, you cannot. You saw hospitalization played? That's 15 letters. Oh my goodness. So the 14 was played by me. It wasn't a real word. But I played it like as a way to lose by a bit less. It was in a position where my opponent couldn't possibly challenge, because if they did and it was a valid word, they would lose the game. But if they just let it go, they won. And that was re-interactable in a tournament game through the word interact. And it sounds completely absurd, but when you're in that position and there's only one way you can blow the game, it's very hard to make the pride challenge. And the 15, I guess, was WTF. I don't remember what the word was. Was it extra? I think, oh, extrajudicially, right? I think it was extrajudicially that he played. Oh, Stu Goldman, nice. Yeah, Stu Goldman, one of the all-time legends of the game of Scrabble. Okay, so what are we doing here? We now have the X still, and there's nowhere to actually play it for a lot of points, sadly. So now we're not in a great position. Exter, extra, retaxing through an N. All right, Josh, come up with a plan, old boy. You can beat this thing. You know what you're capable of. Is that really what I'm doing? I think I'm not. I think not. Should I try and set up my X? Ixtal. I'm probably missing like a 5-letter word. All right. Oh yes, we drew an N. See how many times we're happy to have a G this game? Just so many times. So many times that we're happy to have a G. Micro earthquake? Yeah, that happened. I can confirm. And astrobiology, like, or astrobiology, yeah, astrobiology, but that wasn't that long. That was 12 letters long. Okay, come on, computer. What are you trying to do? You're trying to win? What gives you the right to try and win after I played a 12-letter word? Pertaining to Zoe. 12 vowels? Okay, we're playing Zoe. 12 vowels, 8 consonants. I knew someone would make the D's joke. Sadly. How did I do strategy? Did I find it? Oh gosh, this is a bit scary. But I still kind of want to play this. It could just bingo. Well, it has to have the only E. I'm also blocking the I, which isn't something to sneeze about. An 8. Oh, drainage. Okay, sorry. Sorry for missing drainage strategy. I'll do better next time. Oh, I had this exact rack. I had this exact rack at club last night. Right? Yeah. And melodica and ecocidal are the only 8-letter words with this rack. Melodica and ecocidal. All right, so I'm ahead by 21, and the computer has nothing. So looks like we're gonna get a W. All right. So what's the best sequence here? I can't hit this triple. I guess I could do something like this, but that doesn't really do anything, right? So it's probably just a play like acid or ailed or something starting with the E. I guess I'll just play acid. Well, no, I want to leave myself with something nice, like, well, that doesn't work. Yeah, can't get everything in endgames. Ailed. I guess I'll play ailed. Yeah, no Tava. No Tava. What is Tava in? Oh, here. Oh, that's a cool play. All right, Soch. Soch. A social get together or whatever. Weird new word. All right, 503 to 458. Top word was laughter. And computer's top word was babyist. So you know who the real deal is here between these two opponents. What would you rather have? Laughter or babiness? Ooh, I just got two requests. All right, I need to flip a coin. I need to flip a coin. Hold on. Let me find a coin. So how was everybody's National Scrabble Day for all you living in the US of A? All right, heads. I don't know who that referred to. I sometimes just flip a coin, and I have no idea which side represents. So heads will be Dustin, and tails will be Churro. All right, playing Churro. Churro it is. Was that Churro? Yeah, that is Churro. Good luck to Churro. Yeah, rigged. Fantastic. All right. So, thank you, Gerchie, gifting a sub to Dustin. Gerchie's just like sees people that aren't subbed and is like, no. No. I won't have that. Thank you, Gerchie. Probably soothing the pain of not being chosen. Okay. So we have the X. So we can play X or Rex or Dex. I guess. I guess those are the plays. I probably want to keep my R for your. And I probably want to play for 2 more points. And make it a little bit difficult to score more. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Churro probably doesn't have any scoring tiles. So either she drew scoring tiles and can score, or maybe she's going to bingo, or maybe she won't have much to do at all. That is at least the hope. So the thing about playing Scrabble, when you get to a certain level, you start assuming your opponents play a certain way with certain base principles. And whenever said opponents deviate from said principles, you find yourself in a dark and deep and dark forest, I guess you would call it, where you have no idea how to proceed. Absolutely no idea. So the thing about games like Scrabble, like chess, is you have these sort of rules, these sorts of principles that people above a certain level follow for the most part. And yeah, when people don't follow said principles, they're very unpredictable as a result. So that is why you'll sometimes see top players playing maybe newer players that don't really know the strategy very well, and they just don't really know what to do. And sometimes they'll make an adjustment that they think is a good idea. They think their opponent's doing something or not doing something, and their opponent will totally surprise them. And sometimes you'll see a 900 player beat a 2000 player as a result of the 2000 player playing dumb and acting like the 900 player plays like another 2000 player. Is there ever a time you shouldn't bingo? Karen, yeah, I would say that sort of thing, that sort of principle is a lot more like poker than it is with chess. Um, so yeah, there are times when you shouldn't bingo. Most of those times are either if you have a blank in a very high scoring play that keeps the blank, comparing that to a bingo, or in situations where you're down a certain amount near the end of the game and your bingo will empty the bag and leave you with a certain amount of tiles, maybe 4, 5, 6, or 7 tiles. Um, and then you look at the score after your bingo and you realize that if your opponent has any decent rack, they're going to be able to beat you in the end game. So you have to forego your bingo to try and win the game. Those are the two scenarios that appear the most often when it comes to foregoing the bingo. All right, so yeah, Churro did have some not scoring tiles. Was able to score 27 with them, so that's pretty good. I think I want to just do something like this. First thing I looked for was a play from the L. Couldn't find anything. And yeah, then I'm just looking for decent scoring plays that leave balanced letters. I'd want to play off VUG if I could. But there's nowhere to really do that. So yeah, Vagi seems all right. Doesn't really give anything back. And we hope to draw an E or something. Oops, wrong button. Alternatively, yeah, you can beat 2,000 players if they think, yeah, if they think, it goes the other way too. You're right about that, Mitch Bear. It goes the other way too. They think you don't understand something that you do understand, or you don't know something that you do know. Yeah, that too can happen. It's a spectrum. Strategy coming in with the very, very elitist sentence. It's like we failed to explain just why we thought you did something bad. It's just sorry. Okay, Ivied is the play. I think only me and strategy understand why this is so funny to me. It's a failure on our part that you don't understand why I'm laughing. Oh. Okay. Calm yourself. All right. So the obvious place to play would be here. Something like we or pew. Oh, a letter disappeared. There it is. But both of those plays are extremely dangerous. Yeah, totally benign. So I could play something like where, which isn't very dangerous. Putting a W in a triple isn't that bad, especially when the W is on the double letter score. I'd want to play something like up drew, but not a word. Also, I have the word pewter on my rack. Yeah, I think I like where. I could also play wood if I really want to like fish. I can't find a play from the L. Again, I want to play from the L, but I don't see anything. Like, that's not a word. So yeah, I mean, how much am I giving up for a good leave here is the question. I assume that Churl's letters are slightly better than mine. So making a play like wood is sensible to try and fight against her potential letters. I could also do like wept. So wept takes care of the S hook on Tolar, which isn't a huge, it's a small concern. And what I'm concerned about is she might be setting up a Q. Oh no, I'm not concerned about that at all. I was thinking she might be setting up an X, but the X is gone. All right, I need to make a play. Lots of plays here. Lots of plays to consider. And Pew, I just think Pew is way too dangerous. So let's go with this. What's the most useful 4-letter Q and Z word to know? Yeah, CINQ is extremely useful. CINQ. I would say it's between CINQ, Caddy, Kaid. Cats doesn't really count because it's a 3-letter word. I guess it's a 4-letter word technically, but I wouldn't count it in there. I'd say CINQ. And then for the Z, I would say, yeah, Zoya. It's probably it. All right. So Cobb was played. I mean, yeah, it's also that people miss Sank and Sank a lot, but it's just so useful because none of the other letters, and I don't know. I guess if you already know QI, yeah, like having a C in the end doesn't really help the Q unless you have that word. I would say if Kadi and Kaid were the same, or like they could count as one word, they would be more important than Sank. All right. So we're still just like treading water here. I guess I could use this triple, but I don't see why I would do that. I'd rather use this triple. Keep better. Wit is a better leave. PUTE is a better leave than PTUI. I do have PHUT on my rack. It's good to see PHT, PHUT, those weird words. PTUI, also very useful word. I could also play whip for 6 more points and wonder if it's worth 6 points to keep an extra T rather than a P. It's probably very close. It's probably very close. So I'll be looking for, if I have these letters, let's say I draw an A, do I have something here? An O, no. An E, no. An I. There's nothing really particular to draw there. Whereas with whip, there's also nothing I'm really drawing. So my gut tells me to keep the P, so that's what I'm gonna do. But it could have been better to keep the 2 T's instead. Oh, WUP. WHUP was the play. Oops. WHUP is a very useful word, and it's hard to see. WHUP for sure. I would say it was the play there. Damn. Churro's playing quickly. Way too dank. Yeah, Mitch Bear. So it's very difficult to program the bot so that it doesn't do that, but they're constantly working on ways to do that. Um, but it's kind of difficult. The work is quite thankless making Scrabble bots on the internet. So yeah, obviously there's an issue with inflections for Collins only words. All right. Get to your question in a sec, Dan. I gotta make a play. I guess I could just play Peyote. Oh my god. I mean, she surely has an S at this point, no? Yep. That's just so middling. Well, this is what I've gotten myself into. Oh, there it is. Outbroke, I wish. Outbreak, outbroke. Um, pass your turn. No, yeah, Dan. That's actually a very common mistake that can be exploited. Because when your opponent, if your opponent passes, you know that they're sitting on something, so you're not going to give them a spot for it. You'll just keep doing, you just exchange and you just keep just not opening anything for your opponent, and then they just keep having to pass. So it's extremely easy to exploit that. So you're just giving them a free turn basically. Yeah, so booter is not a word. That's one of those toughies. So you gotta know. Yeah, this is a concern. Tuberous out robes. Scam just opened up a really good spot. I think I have to do like oboe and try to bingo back with my U again. I really should have gotten rid of my U on the wit turn. Yeah, so now if she bingos, I'm definitely losing. Like definitely in a unfavorable position. When you're playing tiles and trying to improve your rack, is it always good to just try to play your highest value tiles and try to get vowels, 1 point tiles, and a blank? That's that's a very basic like rule of thumb that is decent to follow. Obviously, yeah, it's not that simple, but yeah, that's a decent understanding of what you're trying to do. Snickers. That's a lot of S's. All right. Um, she's only up 17. She also just used a blank and two S's. So likelihood that she's drawn maybe the other blank or another blank or an S is not as bad as if she maybe made just a bingo with normal tiles. So I'm less concerned she's gonna bingo again, but it's still a possibility. Um, and there's nothing I can really do here other than try to get rid of my V and my U, I think. So I think I'll just play Virtues. Yeah, I'm running low on time. All right, I'm up 1 point, and I just drew. Oh, I just drew really well. If she doesn't bingo to that S, I'm gonna be in great position. Yeah. If she does bingo to that S, I might be in trouble. Might be in big trouble. The issue with the play I just made is if she strikes on this move, I'm going to be in really, really bad shape because I've now blocked pretty much the whole top of the board. Um, but yeah, it's all my fault, I think, from earlier where I should have played WHUP. Um, didn't even consider it. Yeah, like the one exception I'd say, Kayul, is that if if you have the Z or the Z, depending on where you are in the world, um, you will want to keep it a lot of the time if you don't have a great spot for it, because it's such a powerful tile. You can score 50 easily with it. So instead of giving yourself maybe 1 in 3 or maybe 1 in 3 chance or maybe 2 in 5 chance of drawing into a bingo at best a lot of the time, guaranteeing maybe a 40-point play is very, very good as well. Because in your moves that you're not playing a bingo, you still need to score points. A lot of players fail to accept accept like sacrificing leave value for points. But at the end of the day, you need to score points to win at Scrabble. And drawing into bingos requires certain amount of chance, certain amount of luck, from what you're drawing from the bag. So the way to counteract potentially getting less of that luck is to score a few extra points as well. But yeah, Dustin's trying to troll. Yeah, thanks everybody for helping helping out with the questions in chat as I'm in big time trouble here. Faults. I could play just faults. I have the last S here, so I could like set it up somehow. I don't really see how to do that. I might just get rid of it now. I'm up 63. I could play Flauta. This P is a problem. I do want to get rid of this P at some point as a threat. Yeah, I don't like this play. Bull, Flauta. All right. Well, I'm gonna go for it. I think. Yeah. Really not a fan of this. It's not really a good play. I'm just trying to score as much as possible to withstand something like that. But now there's some very nasty stuff lurking. If I play something like G'd, if she has ZO, she just wins on the spot. Yeah. And with the time trouble, I don't really know what to do. I can play HE. She might have something like Fizz or I don't know. Maybe EH. No, this is fine. Yeah, it's gonna be close, and not having time is not very good here. So, alright, well now I can play G, I guess. Yeah. Overtime. Oops. That's not good. Uh, G, and then she plays. Oh, that's bad. This is bad. I screwed this up. Oh, Fjeld. That could save me. Oh, that's a consonant, not a vowel. That's not very good. But we still have some chances. Plays woo. I play fem. I have nowhere for GT though. This is actually weird. I don't know who's winning this. I really shouldn't have gone overtime though. I'm up. Hold on. I was up. So 35, 47. I don't know if this is included in my score yet. I should know this. Is this included in my score? I scored 32 to go up 36. She scored 47. $49. No, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I think I have 395 here. Yeah, I think I have 395. So I have nowhere to put my I have nowhere to put my two letters. If I'd played Fet, I still wouldn't have anywhere to put my two letters. But yeah, I think I'm only up 10, which is kind of a big deal. She plays uni. This is 10. That's 12. It's the same thing. Churro won. Wait, where did she put the other? Oh, there, yeah. Churro won. Sad or happy, depending on who you like. Good game, Churro. Yeah, shouldn't have gone overtime there. Well done. Yeah, I wonder. I don't think I had anything better than Fem. So, yeah, obviously it was just a question of not going overtime. But yeah, go underdogs. All right, Dustin wants to play. What's the highest level bluff you've seen work? The highest level bluff. What do you mean by the highest level bluff? Do you mean my favorite, the best, the most complicated? Because if it's the most complicated, I won't be able to answer. Scrabble does have a rating system, yeah. But the highest level bluff. Oh, I wonder. Ah, Gerchi, yeah. Endgames are really difficult. I mean, the play I was talking about earlier, Reinteractable, was pretty high level. Not to toot my own horn again, but the position was such. I mean, it worked, but I mean, I still lost. The position was very funny because I had a way to use all 7 of my letters instead of just 6. But it didn't score as much as reinteractable, and so it would have certainly um, lost the game. Yeah, I don't know. High level bluffs, there are a lot of them. Can't think of that many though, off the top of my head. Um, oh, the bluff at the highest level of play. Ooh. Yeah, I wish I had an answer for that. Bluffs don't really occur all that often at high levels. They should, but they don't. Um, people want to play. People want to play very, I guess, risk averse. They want to try and play optimally. People don't take that many risks at the highest levels. But I mean, to give an example of somebody that does very often make such bluffs is Matthew Tunnicliffe, the 2015 national champion. He is extremely good at putting his opponents in a very tough spot by making bluffs and stuff like that. Didn't sneeze. But he'll often have played phony words, just like the one I mentioned with reinteractable. But nothing quite as long. But yeah, he's really good at putting his opponents in weird spots. Bountying was good. Yeah, bountying was that's a good example. Yeah, playing 9-letter words, playing phony 9-letter words is pretty good way to bluff. Do I have something? Yeah, there's a rating system, Kyle. The best players are like 22 in the 2200s. And it goes all the way down to like 500 as a benchmark. And there's some people that are rated lower than that because they perform at a lower threshold, but you start off at 500. All right, let's see. Churro. We could play Churro. Yeah, I guess in honor of being beaten. In honor of being beaten, we're gonna play Churro. See, that's how you know I care. It's true, I already played Churro. But yeah, in honor of being beaten. Yeah. So right now the best Scrabble engine. I was actually like right as we started the stream, I was talking about how the best Scrabble players still beat the best Scrabble engines. So yeah, the best we have right now is probably Quackle, but it's sort of close. Like I'd say Quackle is like Stockfish. I'd say Elise is like Komodo or something. Komodo. Or something like that. Wow, he blocked my bingo. But I mean, this is already like 50 points. But he blocked Filthier. But yeah, we don't have any. We don't have any like big tech companies coming in and funding Scrabble research and AI and all that. But on Woogles, the Macondo bot is probably better than Quackle, but they haven't managed to make it like playable yet. Um, but eventually they'll have probably a slightly better engine than Quackle on Woogles. But I still think it won't be as good as the best of the best. But yeah, it's still way too slow to be played. So if you're talking about engines that can actually play a game in a reasonable amount of time, then it's Quackle. Oh yeah, he gave me a new spot for it. Oh my goodness, strategy's right. So Filthier played here, but didn't play here. And I saw it didn't play here because of RA, and then he put a W. He put a W here, which made a valid three-letter word. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that's a miss. That is a miss. Bingo miss. It's okay. Um, One day Google will make Alpha Scrabble. Yeah, we'll see. Dictionaries change every few years. Most recently, what they did is they removed words. That was the most recent update. They didn't put any new words in. In trains. Huh. Is there another word? I mean, it has to end in E, right? Yes. Yeah. All right. Insurant doesn't fit with the C. Carnitas. Can't. Scarnant in Krantz. In. Yeah, I don't see anything. We can be extremely aggressive and just drop our N. That's not a good move, but we already played Churro. So we can play New Orleans, sort of. I don't really know what to do. So sometimes when chat is like quiet, I worry that I'm missing a bingo. So it makes me look even harder. But we've drawn into the best rack of the game. And almost certainly this is what we're going to do. Yeah, always play retinas. Always play retinas. That's the number one rule. Always play retinas. I wonder what Dustin thinks of all this. I'm referring to, of course, none other than Will Anderson's YouTube series called Champions Corner, which you should definitely check out. Where he teaches you how to beat best Scrabble engine, as we were talking about. It's unbeatable tips on how to win at Scrabble using Quackle. All right. We're ahead only 36. Oh, there's 6 letters he hasn't done. Wow. That's it's quite unfortunate. Bella Sella Calef Mallet Callet. So the only letter I can put above the X is the L. Um, so probably something like this. That's what I'm looking to do. There could be also like some flex mate. Isn't that like an exercise machine? Flex mate. Hmm. All right. It's okay, Chess Bunzo. Welcome in. Flex Cat. Also, hello to Chris, if I didn't say hi to you already. But yes, of course, a couple things are different. Well, nothing's really different except that this website is no longer in beta. It is launched to hundreds of thousands of people across North America yesterday. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing the news interviews that that I think Will was featured on about the launch of the new web platform. But that's the only thing. They just have a little bit of a makeover on the website where everything that said beta was removed. Um, and yeah. Okay, so there's no S for Frascati. Frascati. Fra Fracati. What is Frascati? Is that even a word in NWL? Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right, well, now we have Flex. We set it up for ourselves. Of course, this was all big brain. It's all my doing on purpose. But we might have a bingo is the other thing. Air fact. Cafeteria. Almost cafeteria. Air care, airfare. All right, let's just play ARF. What is your favorite air fact, Chess Bunzo? I don't think I have one off the top of my head. Hello. Hello to the unofficial Scrabble in chat. The numbers and letters Scrabble. It's funny how that works. How someone who was jokingly referred to as a certain character in the Scrabble, North American Scrabble, is unofficial. Oh no, Kayul. No, no, no. All right. Um, so we got some unwanted consonants here. Let's see. Can we play something like Gitch? Play something like Gatch? Hmm. Something like that seems pretty good. Again, this is a situation where you might want to keep your highest scoring tile. we were referring to earlier. Um, because there's a lot of you can have a lot of fun with the Z later on potentially. Ooh. Okay, so sometimes I just randomly think of Scrabble words because of course I'm a Scrabble nerd. That's how it is. Yeah, I mean I Dustin knows I'm gonna win. Anyways, before I play this, demonstrating why keeping the Z can be so good. Um, there are these two words in my brain that I constantly, not constantly, but I often think about these words. And they're the J or the Z with these five other letters. So I have both of them on my rack. I have Jerboa and I have Bezoar. So those are the two words that I remember together. Because they use a very high scoring tile and the same five other letters. Well, okay. Gerchi, Churro technically didn't win that game. The time won that game. I lost by fewer than 10 points after going overtime. So it's not really fair to say Churro won that game, you know? Like it's more like I lost than she won. You know what I mean? There was once a hilarious um ha comment that sounds like something a loser would say was held for bullying, which Automod held that comment and I agree wholeheartedly with the fact that that comment was withheld. Um but there's a really hilarious interview um with Russell Westbrook, an NBA star, where a journalist came to him with this question, and I quote, "Did you guys lose that game or did your opponents win that game?" And Russell Westbrook was just like, "What? What?" And he just like he left. He didn't take the other questions there, and he got fined as a result because he was just so like bamboozled by such a stupid question. Like, did you lose or did they win? It's the same thing. What the hell? Uh, anyways, it sounded good in the guy's head. Booer. Yeah, that was never a word. Cooer, wooer. Cooer and wooer are words. Um, not mooer. What else is there? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm actually not like totally winning, which I should be after I played Retinas, but I'm not. So what are we gonna do about that? We have to find good plays. What sort of good plays can I find here? I guess just like or it's fine. See, now I'm stuck with the J. I don't actually want this J anymore. I wanted it for a while, but I got over it. Now I just want it gone. Yeah. This J is ruining my day. Poor Russell Westbrook. He's fine. Yeah, exactly, Chess Bunzo. The thing is, I scored more points than Churro that game. So that's why I'm saying that I didn't lose. Because I scored more points than her. Joram A4. Yeah, that's a good play. I didn't see that play. It's probably pretty similar in value. Okay. Still have this J. I can play unjam. Unjoin is not a word. But maybe it's in this dictionary. Okay, it's not. It's always good to try. Now that we know that there are some inconsistencies. Alright. I could exchange also. Junior doesn't work. Can't take too long. I'm starting to take too long. Ununion. Yeah, union's pretty good. And we drew the blank. Oh, he's fined. It was a long time ago, Chess Bunzo. Very long time ago. Times have changed. All right. So Union, the thing that it did that was pretty decent was it set up my J for 31. Yeah, come back. So that's a thing. Hey to CBB, welcome. Yeah, there's a thing that happens, you see? That I mean, yeah, I can replicate this bug all I want. But there's a thing that happens when I type quickly, like I'm just typing JO. But the O just leaves my rack. And now the blank is stuck. Keeps getting stuck. But he's blocked me. So I tried to, Conrad, I tried to play Dakron the other week. And it wasn't a word. So you must have lied to me about it being a word. The CBB, for those unfamiliar, is Conrad Bassett-Bouchard. He is the 2014 National Scrabble Champion. And a good friend. A good friend to all. Jet prop jet. So why would he block my J? That's just so rude of him. Oh, yeah, it's a trademark. That's why it's not valid. Ah. No. It's so difficult to put a play on the board. These these funny bugs. All right. I think I'm just going to play Joe and call it a day. Pete and Dave have 3 national championships between them. Yeah, technically, they do. I say technically because it started to get a bit murky as more of North America has been shifting towards playing CSW. So in 2014, for example, pretty much everybody considered that Conrad was the only national champion that year. In 2014. But more and more as the fields in CSW for the national championship got strong, the more people were considering people winning said championships to be national champions as well. Um, so that's why I just put the caveat of technically, because depending who you are, depending what your opinions are, you might not consider CSW on the same platform as you'd consider NWL for national champions. But yeah, definitely, they definitely beat some of the best players in North America, and prevailed and won the Collins Nationals for sure. Yeah, exactly. Some people will also say that I won the national championship in the 5th division or the 4th division or the 3rd division. It's all a question of where you stand in that regard. Um all right. So I could go out, but he doesn't have a spot to play Duad, DUAD, so I'm not going to go out. How much can I score with D blank? I have no time. I don't want to go overtime again. No. Oh, he did have a spot for Duad. Nice. That was dumb. I can't believe I missed that spot. Yeah. I love that I ignited the Scrabble debates in chat. That was always my goal. But yeah, I hope you have fun, Conrad, in your nice meet get together with Scrabble peeps. Wait, hold on a sec. Oh, there's only 3 of you though? Are you playing each other? Yeah, I will definitely. It's just the 3 of you? So you're just playing like 2 games at the same time? There's a way to play it when you have 3 people in like a meeting, a Scrabble meeting. Scrabble get together. Sounds weird. Scrabble meeting. You can have each player play both players. Yeah, Reptile Perlite. Reptile is a very nice find. But if there's only 3 people, I can play. Let's say it's me, Pete, and Dave, and Conrad's not in the picture for some reason. Maybe Conrad's commentating. I can play Pete and Dave. Dave can play me and Pete can play Dave and me. So there'll be 1, 2, 3 games going on at the same time, I think, is how it works. No. Yes. Wait. I haven't done this in such a long time. How many boards does it need? So there's me and Pete, me and Dave, and then Dave and Pete. Yeah, okay, so three boards. Yeah, that's math, right? 3 boards. That's how you do it, folks. What word uses the most power tiles at once? Oh, it's squeeze boxes? Is that true? Yeah, Chess Bunzo is a math person in chat. Is there a Scrabble opponent in chat? Scrabble opponents can match me if they'd like on playscrabble.com, unless you're all going to Portland to play with Conrad. Yeah, so you each have 2 racks. Yeah, exactly. So how many racks is that? 6. Yeah, 6 racks, 3 boards. Squeeze boxes is not a word. Okay, so maybe it's another one. Maybe it's another word. Squeeze box. Yeah, I guess I would know if squeeze box were a word. Dustin Duat. Yeah, so maybe it's. Is there one with 3? I don't know. Isn't a Chouette... Wait, what? What's a Chouette? What is a Chouette? I thought a Chouette was like a pastry. Oh, squeeze boxes is NWL only? Okay, got it. Yeah, jukebox. Yeah, isn't it like a mini shoe? I've had a Chouette before from a bakery nearby. Comes from backgammon. Okay. All right, Churro wants a rematch because she doesn't feel like she won the first game fair and square. So she wants to try and win fair and square, which I understand. Oh, oh, okay. I have to refresh because something was not working. After hours game, King of the Hill, where people outside are betting on you. Okay. There you go. See, that's just saying, have you tried turning it off and on again? Ferrari, not quite. Yeah, it's not really tasty. I agree. I agree with the CBB. I like the Schwett's that I ate better. Rarify. Re-airify. Feriage. Fire. Fair fire. Airifier. Free Rafi. Very nice. Free Rafi. Rafi is another extremely strong Scrabble player who might need to be freed. Who knows? Maybe he's in grave danger. A little lighter. Yeah, it does. I do notice that it's kind of loud. That is a thing. Okay, so the FARE or FIRE leave is definitely an improvement. This is definitely an improvement over this. But is it a 4-point improvement? Good question. Good question. Will we ever find out? There's also Ferrier. This is not a good play. There's a fray. Oh no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's between R and fair. I'm gonna keep the F. Eroder. Probably may. Oh, did you play backgammon on stream strategy? I must have missed that. I must have missed that. That's interesting. And so Chess Bunzo also plays backgammon. That's pretty cool. All games that are somewhat indirectly linked to Scrabble are good games. All right, Bovid. Higher. Fever. Hive. Man. What is this? What is this rack? Fever? Or do I play Hive instead? Are those my two options? Are those really my two options? I have Fairy. Fear. Free. Oh, year isn't valid in this one. Okay. I could also play 5. But I actually think that the F, E, E, R, the F and the R have really good synergy. So I think it's still probably better to keep the F. But I'm not really entirely sure. All right. I don't see anything better. Ooh. Yeah, it's also... Oh, that's a good suggestion. From Chess Bunzo. But it's also... It's just like any other play where you're supposed to eventually like either estimate the value of your play based on how much it scores and what you leave and attribute point values to your letters and your rack leaves, or you're supposed to intuit that information. I think I have a very nice play here. Let's go. All right. We're drawing all the blanks. Oh, I wish I knew how to dance the Jota, Kyle. But I couldn't. Oh, G's is 60 points. It's close. Maybe it's not super close. I think Refrozen's probably... So yeah, if you're comparing the play of G's versus the play of Refrozen, you think about the score of each play. So the base value is 104 versus 60. So then you think about G's, it keeps FRN blank on the rack. And FRN blank, you then have to estimate how much that is worth. And that's worth probably something in the 20s. So how do you make up that around 20 points that's left? Well, you think about the fact that Refrozen opens up a triple triple and another triple. So 3 triples, making your opponent's play a lot more valuable on average. And then you think about, what about after my opponent's play? Does that allow me to have more options on average? So it just keeps going like that. And the more turns or plies that you go ahead or think ahead, the less each of those subsequent turns matters. What matters most is what am I immediately giving back to my opponent, and then what am I getting the next turn. So Refrozen allows for a lot of decently high valued plays to come down, whereas G's you can still play at B10, where I played the FR ZEN, because G's would allow for some overlapping plays that score pretty well, but nothing nearly as dangerous as a potential play from A4 that could score upwards of 50 points easily. Luckily, Churro did not have good letters and did not hammer either of the spots that I opened. But I would say that the defense of G's versus Refrozen has a value a bit, at least maybe a bit less than 10, but between 0 and 10, a defensive value. So that would add another up to 10 points, and that would bring me to 95 versus 104. So I would then just recognize that Refrozen, if I really thought about it much, specifically, I would then realize that Refrozen is probably at least 10 points better than G's. But I do this all intuitively most of the time. I don't think about things so analytically unless I think it's very close. In my opinion, Like if you just hand me Refrozen versus G's, I'm just like Refrozen. That's 45 more points. Definitely playing Refrozen every time. To clean, so clean to open up two triple words. Yeah, it's nice. If you're opening two spots that are very similar in value, it's almost as if you're opening nothing at all. However, the value of this triple versus the value of this triple, this one is so much more valuable. Even just putting a 0 point tile there, it's so much more valuable than this. It's very difficult to put a high scoring letter here because the end is usually more at the end of words than at the start. Much easier to put high point tiles and also just come down on the A column. All right, so what am I doing here? I want to look for obviously triple, so like something like anti-SWAT. I already looked briefly, I didn't see anything. Snaw and twists. I almost have like in twists or untwists. Actually, I don't remember if untwist is a word. I think it is. Wait list. Wait list doesn't fit through the I. So do I have a 7-letter word? I should have a 7-letter word. Huh. I'd only see a Collins word. Wattens, West, Twa. Huh. Yeah, I only see a Collins word of twaits. I'm pretty sure that's a Collins word. So looks like I'm maybe striking out for 7-letter words. But there could be some wait start. Whoops. Wait start. Something like that. Anti-refrozen. Huh. Like stairway. This also plays here that I don't really see. So I might just go ahead and play like Taw for 39. So I just don't see anything. Twit. Yeah, how long should one take here? I'm taking way too long here. I'm gonna play Taw. Yeah. Yeah. Given that I have the play of Taw, if I can't find a high scoring bingo, I probably shouldn't spend too much time looking because Taw is almost as good as a bingo would have been. But I still would have preferred to bingo. I just couldn't find anything. All right, now I have bingos galore. Mittens for 74. Mittens for 71. I guess we play for 74. Oh wait, isn't smitten a word? It's actually really worth thinking about smitten. Because it just doesn't open anything. It's 3 fewer points. I'm gonna play Smitten. Oh, I guess Barest is a word. Yeah, that was bad. Probably. Huh. What's it called when you miss a bingo? It's called sad. That's what I call it. I just call it a miss bingo. Oh, what's it? Nice. Yeah, what's it? So what's it would have played on either side of YE? And that was the only 7-letter word. Um, yeah, I mean, you would have played it here to quadruple the W, and it opens another triple triple. Still slightly better than Taw, but yeah, very unideal placement. All right. Maybe, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, we can make a fun play here. That's a pretty fun play. Yeah, I'll probably just play Kagu. Kagu to get rid of Irids in the D lane, and I mean, maybe she has an X. Not too concerned about that. Out. I also have like Creek. I just like this because it really eliminates plays that would very much open the board up top here. And I'm ahead by way over 100. So I'm trying to eliminate the board, the board's, the board from getting, eliminate the possibility of the board getting reopened. I'm not concerned if she bingos once or even twice. I just don't want her to be able to bingo multiple times. I guess more than twice. Pireyon. Hmm. I think I just play PE, right? Yeah. So now play can come down to the L. Also, bingos can fit here. You can also play repeal, but yeah, I'm gonna do this. Not happy with it, but it's okay. Yeah, quick development, right? Cirque, nice play. Pyro. Hmm. Huh. I don't see anything through the C. I don't see anything through the C, so I could play something with Itchy. Yeah, I guess this is probably it. Pyrone. Oh, now I draw the X. My last two plays. Um, well, I guess no. Kagu and Pyrone both created really, really good spots for the X. She blocked the first one. She's probably going to block the second one. Yeah, lots of Scottish words exist. Some of them are very funny. Do I have anything here? Probably not. Huh. Okay, again running low on time. So what do we do about that? We make quicker plays. We're not making quicker plays, are we? So DOTES or DONES? DONES. No. No. Did I choose wrong? If I drew IU, I would have had outside. What? What do you mean strategy? Normally the T goes better with the E than the N does. Well, no, it goes better with the E and the S than the N does. But I don't know. I thought for some reason. It's too bad no one can play mellifluous. Oh, what is this? Look at this spot. Durine, Sordine. Alright, let's just do this. Squad. Right? Maybe just quad. Just quad is funny. Let's just do quad. Iodine's ionized. Deionize. Huh. I don't think I drew it. Maybe I'll get a spot for something. Yeah. All right. So if she triples, she might get close. I drew the last S. Oh, resinoid. Yes, of course. Oops. Yeah, resinoid. Thank you for that, Austin, and welcome in. I've been missing a lot of stuff today. But we're not going overtime. But we are going over 500. Yeah, resinoid is it's a very bad miss on my part. But luckily it didn't matter. And maybe she'll let us get another 20 points by not going out. No, she's going to go out. But we just drew too well that game to lose. 500 to 350. A very round game. Very, very round. Churro, well done. You tried to beat me for a second time. Gertchie, thank you so much. Gifting the Kyle. Took a while for the notification to go through. But yeah, you didn't lose that game, Churro. I just won that game because I drew so well. Yeah, thank you so much, Gertchie. Yeah, I refuse to acknowledge that I ever lose games, you know? That's just part of my personality. Actually, it's totally the opposite of my personality. Or is it? Anyways, okay, we have time for one more game if somebody wants to play. A 3-minute or 15-minute game. All you have to do is go to playscrabble.com and send me a challenge. I am Axer Typo. Yeah, it did take a P-hook. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. But I think I'd already played Kagu when I drew the P, right? Yeah. So before I drew the P, both P's. Wait, hold on. No. Yes. 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 I drew both P's and was not ever able to play pre-frozen. You always pre-freeze the freezer? That's pretty smart. Anyways, if nobody wants to play, we can find a match. See how that goes. See how many people are playing on this website these days after the launch. Alrighty. Who do we have here? Robert K. Alright. Let's say hi, enjoy. And then just wait. See if they make a play. This is exciting. First official, after the official launch, first play in the pool. So I would be looking here for 8-letter words to play. Imitator. Huh. Imitator. That's all I see. What about an N? Amoriti. N O P R S T U V W X. Yeah, that's all I see is imitator. I might be missing something else. But yeah, we'll see what happens in this game if the opponent makes a move. But if they're relatively slow, since I only have 13 minutes until the stream might end, I might try to play very quickly, just to see how fast I can go, just for a bit of action for you guys. But anyways, it is exciting that there are now a lot more people playing on this website. We don't quite know how many people are playing. But hopefully they enjoy it. Hopefully they're here to stay. And we can get some games. All right. Good play. Okay, they played Rook. All right. What to do? Try. I don't see anything. I'm just gonna play MI. All right. We drew into rotaries through the R, sautoir and out raise through the U, so nothing actually plays right now. So we're gonna have to wait and see what opponent does if they give us a letter to play through. So this could be Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn is a very strong player who's been playing in tournaments for many decades. So yeah, that could be them, or it could just be some other Robert K. There's probably more than one Robert K. Oh, Robert Kahn did pass away. Okay, so it can't be Robert Kahn. My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it cannot be him. So I mean, I guess now we can remember Robert Kahn as having played for many decades. But yeah, thank you for reminding me of that. Sorry about that. I did play him, I think, once or twice before he passed away. He's very, very nice fellow. Did you guys hear about, like, there's this weird chess conspiracy where, like, people thought that Bobby Fischer was playing was playing chess like on the internet chess club long after he had supposedly retired. I always thought that was a very interesting. Oh, look what I just got. Oh, that is a gift. That is very lucky. That is a nice play. Um, yeah, there was no bingo through the L. I don't think there was a bingo through the F. Just keep looking and you might find it, folks. Oratories. That's pretty nice. If anything, I was able to play oratories. Unswept. Okay. I guess I should play taverned. Yeah. Or levanted. Oh, taverned. Wait. Taverned. Wait, what am I thinking of? Oh, laboratories. That's even cooler. Why did I think taverned was a word? Oh, that's weird. Maybe it is a word. Anyways, we can't play levanted. That interferes. Antivert. Wow, what is up with that? Yeah, taverned is just no, there's another taverner. Yeah, that's bad that I thought that was a word. Hmm. I don't want to tarnish this game by missing a bingo now. D Divinate. Well, I don't see it. Levanted. V. Verdant. I mean, if it's not taverned, isn't there a word? Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. Something's confused me. I probably missed something there, but there's some weird thing going on in my brain about tavern. Taverner? Taverner? Is that it? I don't think so. Oh, it is. Okay. It's taverner. That was the source of my confusion. Now we have entangle in many spots, which is quite nice. Unswept is a nice play. Not quite sure what that accomplished for my opponent, but it is a nice play. Exactly, right? It should be. All right, so I want to play. I mean, entangle. Lightning is better than entangle in any spot, but it would be cool to play pentangle, which is the hook of entangle. But there's no real way to set that up. So let's just go with lightning. Wow. Interesting draw. We have Cash. Wait, is Cash good in this? Yes. Cash here, Cash here. I was watching Strategy play some games last night, and he played Cash for over 70 points, and I hadn't seen the play before he made it, and I was like, oh my god, Jesus! Whenever you see like a four-letter word scoring 70 points, it's just like, what just happened? How did he play Cash in backgammon? That's up to you to figure out. But no, it wasn't on stream. Um, yeah, so my opponent has around a 2% chance of winning this game now. Ooh, it's just shot up by a lot. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. We might see an incredible comeback because I don't have any way to properly block this triple triple. So what if they triple triple with both blanks? Oh boy, that would be a sight to see. Play cash. And let's see what they come up with. Yeah, unswept. Unswept and unwept are two useful words because they get rid of the U, the W, and the P. So kind of like whoop, which I missed against Churro in the first game. Missing that word whoop in the first game is why Churro scored almost as many points as me and won. But yeah, I got whooped as a result of missing that play. Barilla. And yeah, Kyle saying thank you for the gifted sub to Gerchi. Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't get whooped, but she. No, wait, no. No, no, I think I got whooped, but she didn't whoop me. I think that's how it works, I think. But yeah, it's great. The matchmaking seems to be working quite nicely. We got some players in here. This might be their first game actually on the website. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. All right, so that's one blank. They might have the other blank. It's possible. Or that was just their way to score as much as possible. Huh. So I do want to go over here. But I can do like this. Oh. No, I can't. I thought abolar was a word. Arboreal is also not a word. Aboral is a word. I was just taught that word. Alright, so maybe I'll play like arable? It doesn't seem so great, but I do want to get rid of this area as a threat. So yeah, maybe I should just play baller. Not like that game. Just to show how much of a baller I am. And now we're up 74. But things might get kind of interesting if they have the second blank. And they play a bingo this turn. Or maybe they're playing like the grandmaster computer player and taking the highest scoring play every turn that they can find. That's possible. I haven't seen a single play that they made that definitely wasn't the highest scoring play in the position. Actually, Unswept wasn't. Unswept definitely wasn't the highest scoring play. So never mind. Could have just played like Weep or Tweep, I think is good. Huh. So, Venerary. Okay, ox is the play. So I'm immediately looking over here. Can play, sorry, yen because yours isn't a word. Yen for 38 looks quite good. Or fair. It's not a word. It's fair like this. That's a word. So I can do that. That scores extremely well. So let's go ahead with that. Hey, WTF, how's it going? You came just as the clock struck 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. So now I'm ahead 91. But they could still bingo from this D. They could still bingo through the O. I have nowhere for pavilion. So I could play like Vino somewhere. I really do want to block this spot here. But I guess I could play Nazi to block the D and score well. Yeah, that seems fine. Now I'm expecting that I can't prevent all bingos, but if I can prevent multiple bingos, I I can do pretty well this game. Probably still win. I now actually I'm threatening this play for a lot of points. Hey, Levi, the Degu. Welcome into the chat. Yeah, I've always found it kind of bizarre that in North America we call a bingo a bingo. Bingo being when you use all of your letters and get a 50-point bonus. I've always found that weird because it's another game. It's another game, and it's also like a song I used to sing when I was a kid. But in the rest of the world, they call it a bonus. And I mean, that also doesn't sound so great, in my opinion. But maybe it's better than bingo. I don't know what you guys think in chat. What do you prefer to call using all of your letters? I know Chess Bunzo calls it a bunzo. Ooh, incanted. Very nice. So are you using the notation correctly, Dan? Because based on that notation, you played through a blank C. Yeah, in French they call it a Scrabble. In French they call it a Scrabble. Oh, okay. I drew the other blank. That is very nice. Full sweep or clear? I don't like calling it a Scrabble. I feel like that's like... I don't know. Don't you guys feel like that's like... What's the word for that? What's the word when you say something, give too much information? I don't remember. Oh, you played through a regular C. Okay, so for notation, you don't have to make the C. If you make the C lowercase, the way that we notate in Scrabble is any lowercase letters are blank. So that would involve the C being blank, which I guess would be more impressive than it not being blank. Because when it's a blank, it's sort of harder to see words through it. So yeah, you would just put the parentheses as you did very well, and you'd put the C there. That's how we do the notation. Again, we don't have that many people in the Scrabble community, in the competitive Scrabble community. So there could be a revolution of some sort where people come up with new names for things and they stick. The logic, yeah, that makes sense. The word for it ought to be 7 letters? No, because then there's so many bingo bonus Scrabble bunzo things that are longer than 7 letters. course, you're using all 7 letters, but do they call it rack clear? They call it rack clear in Babel Royale when you use all of your letters. A wallaby? It should be like 1 or 2 syllables, I think. Wallaby is nice, but that's too many syllables. I think just 1 or 2 syllables. So it could be a Scrabble. A sweep is a nice idea. Something like that. A full sweep, a clear. Yeah, action-oriented makes sense. I definitely agree with Levi. A master word? Master word. Vaporier. Roquefort. Is that a word? Nice. A big kid word. 50-cent word. I don't know. It's probably bonus. I feel like bonus is a bit like childish as well. But so far out of all those, I like bonus the most. I think. Just slightly. Okay. Let's play Vogue here. A bazinga. Or we could call it the anagram. A biznaga. A Miriam? That would anger some people. Merriam-Webster doesn't control the trademark or the dictionary in most of the world, actually. So again, I don't want it to be different. I don't want North America to say bingo and the rest of the world to say bonus. That doesn't make sense to me. We're all playing the same game, right? Man. Okay, there hasn't been something suggested that is very good. I haven't had a great suggestion so far, but that doesn't mean that you guys aren't worthy. I appreciate all suggestions. It's the same game, Gerchi. Your CSW game is just more luck oriented than NWL is. Okay, so if we want our opponent to come back and play more on playscrabble.com, we should probably make a play such as Jalop, emptying the bag and allowing them to bingo out and make the game close. Because that way they'll be happier that they almost came back. But unfortunately, they didn't have the bingo in the first place. I mean, it's true. The more words you have, the more playable words that exist over a Scrabble board, the more chance has to do with, like, the more options that are possible, the more chance has to do with it. Sadly. Like, if you take one set of words, and then you add to that, it just adds variance. That's just the sad reality of it. All right, I don't see any way to go out. So I'm going to play hat. Yeah, I would say so, Gerchi. It's the most skill-based. Burrito is the most skill-based Scrabble game. But it does appear like you're turning my logic on its head. So that's an interesting thing, but yeah. Sorry, Dan. Um, but no, obviously you have to take. It's not like a one-to-one thing. It's true that if you have a game like Common English Scrabble, it actually might be less skill based because there's just a lot less you can do with letters. So, I mean, my logic is definitely fallacious. All right, let's just go out. All right, good game. And well done to my opponent. They scored 318. Okay. Not fallacious. Yeah, no, it's true. So there are two things. I'd like to keep talking about this actually. So maybe we should go on my stream. Maybe we should raid me and go on my stream and keep talking about this fun subject. Sadly, I don't think I can. Oh, Will is here. Okay, so we can raid me and we can talk about it a little bit more and then probably raid Austin. Axer Typo is a better streamer than Axer Typo. I tend to disagree with that. Petition to rename Zoe to Zoe. All right, yeah, let's raid me. Thanks everybody who matched me, Churro, Dustin, and Churro. It's good to play you guys. And I'll see you in a couple seconds, I guess, on my own stream. Let's see if I can beat the raid. And I'll see you guys in a minute. And of course, go and try out playscrabble.com if you haven't already. We're out of beta, so there's no excuses now. All right, see you guys.